Hello everyone, today we are diving into the world of strategic food stockpiling for potential SHTF scenarios. As we've seen time and time again, the unexpected can happen, and when it does, it's the prepared who fare the best. But what does it mean to be prepared, particularly when it comes to our most basic need? Food? Well, that's exactly what we're here to explore. Our goal today is to guide you through the process of assembling a well-rounded 90-day food supply for two people. We'll be discussing everything from why it's essential to stockpile, what foods to include, how to store them, and much more. So if you've ever wondered how to stay nourished and safe during uncertain times, or you're looking to improve your existing food storage strategy, this video is for you. Stick around as we navigate this essential aspect of preparedness together. Now you may ask, why is stockpiling important? The answer lies in the unpredictability of life. We live in a world that, despite all its advancements, is no stranger to natural disasters like hurricanes, earthquakes, or floods. These events can disrupt our daily routines, cutting off access to essential supplies, including food. But it's not just natural disasters. Remember the global pandemic that hit us in 2020? Supermarket shelves were emptied in the blink of an eye. People were scrambling for essentials, and many were left without. That's where a well-planned food stockpile comes in. Imagine this scenario. A storm hits your town, power goes out, and roads are blocked. But you're not worried. Why? Because you have a pantry full of food that can sustain you and your loved ones for weeks, even months, without needing to step outside. That's the power of being prepared. But let's move beyond emergencies. Economic instability can hit any country at any time. Job loss, inflation, or food shortages can make it difficult to get by. But if you have a stockpile, you have a safety net. You have a buffer that can help you navigate through tough times without having to worry about where your next meal will come from. And it's not just about survival. It's about maintaining a balanced diet and good nutrition during crisis times. A well-planned stockpile isn't just cans of beans and rice. It's a variety of foods that provide all the nutrients your body needs to stay healthy and strong. It's about ensuring you have enough proteins, carbs, fats, fruits, and vegetables to keep you going. And there's a psychological aspect too. Knowing you're prepared brings a sense of security, a peace of mind that's invaluable in stressful times. It allows you to focus on handling the situation rather than worrying about food. So is stockpiling important? Absolutely. It's about being ready for whatever life throws at you. It's about taking control of your food security. With proper planning, we can turn potential crises into manageable situations. Before we start filling our pantries, there are a few things we need to consider. First off, let's talk about storage. The ideal spot for your stockpile is a cool, dry, and dark space. This could be a basement, a pantry, or even a closet. The key here is to protect your food from heat, moisture, and light, all of which can degrade food quality and shorten shelf life. You don't want to find your precious stockpile spoiled when you need it the most. Next, let's discuss the rotation of stock. This isn't a one-and-done sort of deal. You're not just stashing away food for a rainy day. This is about creating a living, rotating pantry. When you add new items to your stockpile, make sure to place them behind the older items. That way, you're constantly using the oldest items first and keeping your stock fresh. This is often referred to as the first-in, first-out system. And finally, we need to address the elephant in the room: budgeting. It's easy to think that you need to rush out and buy everything all at once. But let's be real, not everyone has the financial capacity to do that. And that's okay. Start slowly. Build up your stockpile over time. Keep an eye out for sales and discounts, and buy in bulk when you can. It's not about breaking the bank, it's about being smart and strategic. Also, don't forget to factor in the cost of storage containers. You'll need airtight containers for items like rice, pasta, and flour. This will protect them from pests and help extend their shelf life. So to sum up, before you start stockpiling, consider your storage space, establish a system for rotating your stock, and plan your budget carefully. It's not just about hoarding food, it's about planning, organizing, and sustaining. Remember, a well-planned stockpile is a sustainable stockpile. Now comes the exciting part: building our 90-day food supply. Let's dive into the various categories of foods that will sustain two people over this period. First on our list are the staple carbohydrates. These are your energy powerhouses. We're talking about 20 pounds of rice, 20 pounds of pasta, and 15 pounds of oats. These foods not only provide the necessary energy, but also lend themselves to a wide variety of meals, offering comfort in times of uncertainty. Next up, we have protein sources. Proteins are essential for maintaining muscle mass and supporting a healthy immune system. Our list includes 20 pounds of beans and 10 pounds of lentils. We also recommend stocking up on 90 cans of canned meats such as tuna and chicken, and 10 pounds of textured vegetable protein. These options offer versatility and ensure you're getting the necessary amino acids. Let's not forget about fats and oils. They play a crucial role in hormone production and nutrient absorption. Our list includes 10 liters of oil and 10 jars of peanut butter. Not only are these sources of healthy fats, but peanut butter also doubles as a comfort food. Fruits and vegetables are next. These provide essential vitamins and minerals. We recommend 90 cans each of canned vegetables and fruits, as well as 10 pounds of dried fruits. While fresh is always best, these options have a long shelf life and can be used in a multitude of ways. We also need to consider dairy and egg alternatives. These are important sources of calcium and protein. We suggest 12 pounds of powdered milk and 10 pounds of powdered eggs. These are easy to store and can be used in a variety of recipes. Finally, there are additional essentials that round out our 90-day supply. These include 20 pounds of flour and 10 pounds of sugar for baking and cooking, 5 pounds of salt for seasoning and preservation, and instant coffee and tea for a bit of a caffeine boost. Let's not forget about spices to add flavor to our meals and vitamin supplements to ensure we're meeting our nutritional needs. This list forms the backbone of our food stockpile. With these foods, we can ensure balanced nutrition for 2 people over a span of 90 days. But remember, this is a guide, and you should customize your stockpile based on your dietary needs, preferences, and budget. The goal is to build a food supply that not only provides nutrition, but also offers comfort and familiarity during uncertain times. Apart from our essential foods, we shouldn't forget about comfort foods and quick meal solutions. You see, when we're in a pinch, it's not just about having enough to eat. It's also about keeping our spirits up and our bodies nourished. Take comfort foods, for instance. Who could resist a piece of chocolate after a long day? That's why we're adding 10 pounds of chocolate to our stockpile. It's a small luxury that can provide a much-needed morale boost. And let's not forget about jerky, another 10 pounds of it. It's a great source of protein that doesn't require any cooking. Plus, it's tasty and easy to carry around, making it a perfect snack in a pinch. Now let's talk about quick meal solutions. When you're short on time or energy, you'll be thankful for these. First up, we have instant soups. We're planning for 90 packets. They're lightweight, easy to prepare, and can be a warm comfort on a cold day. Next, we have ramen noodles. Yes, the same ones that got you through college. We're also planning for 90 packs of these. They're quick, filling, and you can jazz them up with some of our canned veggies or meats. And finally, we have freeze-dried meals. We're budgeting for 60 of these. They might not be gourmet, but they're a complete meal in a packet. Just add hot water and you have a dish that's ready in minutes. They also come in a variety of flavors, providing you with a welcome change from your regular fare. These items add flavor to our stockpile, making our meals enjoyable even in difficult times. They're proof that even when we're preparing for the worst, we don't have to sacrifice the small pleasures that make life worth living. A great stockpile doesn't just feed us today, it's about planning for the future. In our quest for longevity and sustainability, it's important to consider the shelf life of the items we stockpile. Most canned goods, for instance, can last up to 5 years, sometimes even longer if stored in a cool, dry, and dark space. Dry goods like rice, pasta, and beans, when properly stored, can last up to 10 years. Preserving the longevity of your stockpile also involves good stock rotation practices. Always use the oldest items first and replace them with new ones. This way, you'll always have a fresh supply of food on hand. Now, let's talk about sustainability. While a stockpile can get you through a crisis, it's not a long-term solution. Depending on the situation, you might need to start thinking about how to replenish your food supply. This could involve growing your own vegetables, foraging for wild edibles, or even bartering with others. If you have the space, consider starting a small vegetable garden. Fresh produce not only adds variety to your diet, but also provides essential vitamins and minerals. Foraging is another strategy that can supplement your food supply. Learning to identify edible plants and mushrooms in your area can be a lifesaver. Just remember to always double-check before eating anything you foraged, as some plants can be poisonous. bartering is an age-old practice that could come in handy in a long-term survival situation. If you have a skill or an item that others need, you could trade it for food or other essentials. In the end, the goal is to maximize the longevity of your stockpile and develop strategies to sustain your nutrition over the long term. This way, you're not just surviving, but thriving, even in the face of adversity. Remember, sustainability is the key to a successful stockpile. Well, there you have it, a guide to creating a 90-day food stockpile for 2 people. We've covered everything from staple carbohydrates and protein sources to comfort foods and quick meal solutions. Remember, the key to a successful stockpile is balance. You need a mix of nutrients to keep you going, and a variety of flavors to keep your meals interesting. But the most important thing to remember is that this is your stockpile. Customize it to suit your dietary needs and preferences. If you're vegetarian or have food allergies, adjust your list accordingly. The goal is to ensure that, in a time of crisis, you have a supply of food that you're comfortable and happy eating. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more prepping tips. We look forward to hearing your own tips and experiences in the comments. Until next time, stay prepared.